Hi, hello, and welcome to Rise of the Ruin Lords, Pathfinder for Savage Worlds edition. Um, we are sadly down Alt again because he's not feeling well,
Hmm.
unfortunately. We do have Baby, but she is sleeping, so I'm not really gonna move her.
Also,
Um,
Sirenscape.
yes, Sirenscape, go check it out. It is $22 every other month for their whole everything. That's sci-fi, fantasy, and board games all included. So go check that out. Um, let's see. Last session, the party met Lanjiku Kajitsu, asshat extraordinaire and father to Amiko, the owner of the Rusty Dragon. He rolled into the tavern yelling and demanding that she follow him back to Magnamar or be cut out of the will. And when she told him to go fuck himself, he tried to manhandle her and she hit him with a soup ladle. After that, the group decided to follow up on something a local child said to Zero about a monster that lived in his closet. And investigating, they found a half starved goblin hiding under the floorboards of the boy's room. They managed to slay it before it did anything more than give the boy and his dog some nightmares. And we left off with the party dropping off said goblin with Sheriff Hemlock, who invited them to town hall to discuss the town's growing goblin problem. We also, because of all of the little side quests and things that they've done, they were awarded one conviction token each. So they have that. So you guys were heading to the town hall, and I'll say that Banyan decides to sit with the family that had the goblin attack for a little bit longer, at least until the dad of the family gets home, since the kid's a little still shaken up.
Okay.
Um,
Was quite
so
scary, wasn't it?
A little bit. I guess I almost got my hand eaten, so
We can always replace those. Right, Errol?
Sure, that sounds good. Prosthetics
I
come in
don't know
handy.
if regeneration's a spell in this.
They have prosthetics though.
That's true.
Hmm. They come in handy. They're expensive though. It costs you an arm and a leg.
So, you guys make your way to Town Hall, which is a pretty simple wooden building, 2 stories, with like these finely made stained glass windows. Um, and the first floor is a meeting hall that's like packed with seats, all of which are empty. Hemlock leads you up the stairs to an office on the second floor that contains a desk with 4 chairs crowded around it and a bench and several framed documents on the wall. And sitting behind the desk is a human woman in her like mid 40s with like short cropped brown hair and dimples. Um you recognize her as Kendra Deverin, the mayor of Sandpoint. Um and in one of the chairs in front of the desk is a blonde elven woman wearing leather armor with like a quiver of arrows on her back, holding a long bow in her lap. Her um ponytail is like messy and filled with twigs and leaves, and her armor is like muddied and bloodstained. Um, she definitely looks like she's been either in a few fights or traveling all night or both.
So,
The mayor stands up as Hemlock approaches, sort of rubbing his bald head tiredly. Everyone, this is Mayor Deverin. Mayor Deverin, this is uh, Snacks and Zaro and Errol Lee. The mayor sort of stands up and holds her hand out to shake your hands. I apologize for not taking the time until now to formally thank you for all the help that you provided the town during the raid. Your efforts saved several lives, I'm told.
Yeah, everyone helped out. All the guards, us, anyone who, could stood up and helped out. We did save a kid and his dad and a dog from a goblin that hit just a couple hours ago, actually, I think.
Really?
Yeah, apparently one of the goblins survived the fight and was I didn't need the table. Basically helped out hid under the one house and stuff, and
Not under the table, huh?
that's the one little part that I always need. No, I gotta move my seat. Okay, but yeah, so that was fun. But yeah, I mean, if want to give us more reward, we don't really need it. We won't say no, but we don't need it. We're helping out. Helping our hometown is all we really need. Um, you know.
Unfortunately, we're kind of stretched a little thin trying to effect repairs after the raid.
I mean,
And
that's understandable. I mean, you don't need, I mean, the rewards besides hard cash, but only if you were thinking it.
Well, that's a perfect reason for you to figure out. Callie Love.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm sorry.
you're cool.
Hang on.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize.
um Brilliant. These are edited. It is fine. Hmm?
The doorway, the way it's shaped, almost looks like it's a painting they're going through.
It really does, doesn't it?
Because the angles and the color of the
The
gradient.
angle is just weird.
Yeah, through the video. Your door sticks a little. You might want to get a little WD-40 and or take a screwdriver and adjust the hinges.
It's not the hinges. There's a part of
I'm
the.
about that close to ripping the fucking trim.
It's the trim. It's the trim is
The-
broken.
And the door.
Hmm.
It's all broken. They left us with gold covered turds.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's any kind of house you basically buy. You looks great, then you move in and realize all the cheap
All the
repairs they
shit
did.
that you didn't realize in inspection.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we doing? I fell asleep for a second.
Mayor Devon was telling us why we weren't receiving a cash reward for helping, which I never said we need it. She just apparently thought that I was suggesting that.
Oh, okay, yes.
Unfortunately, I believe we may need to ask for your help one more time. I believe that Hemlock, you and Shalelu had news, yes? The sheriff sort of sits down in one of the chairs in front of the desk and invites you guys to sit down. There are two more in front of the desk and then the bench against the wall.
Would Airly would be the one guy who would take the chair and turn it around. Just
Zaro will stand. He's leaning on his cane or staff or whatever.
Snacks will also stand, arms crossed, leaning against the wall,
The 1 foot up.
1 foot up.
Just Captain
Versus
occurring
resting
it
on
on
the
the
leg.
on the bench. Got it. Hemlock
Okay.
says, this is Shalelu, unofficial member of the Sandpoint Town Guard. She sort of smirks at that. Shalelu, these are Sandpoint's newest crop of goblin slayers. Shalelu here has been a thorn in the side of the local goblin tribes for several years now, and no one in this area knows them better than her. She has informed me that apparently Sandpoint isn't the only place in the area that's having goblin troubles. It's
Oh.
particularly bad in the dale between the Nettlewood and the Mosswood.
Mm.
Apparently, just yesterday, a farm on the end of Mosswood was burned to the ground by goblins. Shalelu was thankfully nearby, and while the farm couldn't be saved, the family was rescued at least, and the goblins were driven off. The mayor sort of sits up in concern at that. The family's staying with a neighbor for now, but clearly this problem isn't going to go away.
No, I'd imagine it only gets worse.
Yeah. Goblins are like cockroaches, just can't get rid of them and they're everywhere.
Absolutely. Shalelu sits up. I've pretty much dedicated the last several years of my life to keeping the goblins in the area from causing too much trouble around here, but they're tenacious little runts like weeds that bite. There are several major goblin tribes in the region, 5 of them, and usually they're pretty good at keeping each other in line with like intertribal squabbles. But from what I've been able to piece together, members of all 5 tribes were involved in the raid on Sandpoint, working together. A fair number of the Mosswood goblins that I dealt with yesterday were already beat up, and there was a lot of chatter about the Longshanks that killed so many of them. Clearly, possibly the group of you they were speaking of. But goblin tribes don't get along unless they've got something big planned. And big plans like this require a boss in charge. I'm afraid someone or something moved in and is organizing them.
Hmm. So we are to cut off the head of the snake.
Hemlock says,
A little too
right
fast, too
now,
soon? Too
for right
soon?
now, I'm gonna take a few guards south to Magnamar to see about securing some additional soldiers just to station here for a few weeks until we can figure out the extent of the threat we're dealing with. While I'm out of town, I've asked Shalelu to sniff around the Shankswood, Brinestump, Mosswood, the other places where goblins live, see if she can discover anything. I want the group of you to maintain a public presence here in town over the next few days, if you don't mind. The locals seem to have taken a liking to you, and seeing you around town would probably do a lot of good for keeping everyone calm and happy over the next few days.
Okay.
Sure.
If
I'll
that's
support.
all right with you, if Mayor Deverin speaks up, I know that I've spoken to Amiko. She mentioned that you were staying in her inn. If you need coverage for board for another couple of days, we can see to that. At least I can't do much in the way of monetary compensation, but I can at least do that.
I have an apartment in town. I've lived here for a while. Can I get like, I don't know, discount on my
Meals?
uh, no, I was gonna say, can like, for doing this, can I like not have to pay taxes for like a year?
That could be arranged.
Yeah, because
Oh, really? It was just that easy? Oh.
I mean, yeah, just patrol town, kill goblins. I'll do that in exchange for taxes.
Would you also not like to pay taxes for a year?
It's too late. I've already paid so many. Why stop at this point?
I mean, after a certain age, it just doesn't matter anymore. Huh? Yeah.
I plan on, or Hemlock says, I plan to leave in the morning. I shouldn't be gone long. It's not a very long trip. I suspect that the majority of my time will be spent dealing with the red tape and bureaucratic nightmare that is the Lord Mayor. But
Hmm. Bureaucracies. Can't live without them. Can't overthrow them.
Mayor just sort of like looks around.
Yes.
Um,
Let everyone believe that.
but if that's all, I think that I'll let you get back to whatever duties you need to before heading out, Hemlock. Um, and the sheriff stands up and Shalala stands up as well. Um, and turns to the group of you. Um, if you're interested, I plan on going to the Rusty Dragon for lunch. I hadn't yet caught up with Miko, and I'm sure she's kind of worried seeing me fly in without saying hello. I'd also be interested in hearing more about the raid and might be able to share some information on goblins if you're interested.
You
I
can
could do
fly?
lunch.
Yeah. That's not-
No, I can't fly. That would be nice, though.
Flights of fancy. Yeah, let's go have lunch.
As you
Let's
guys,
go and discuss things over lunch. So therefore, let's have a discussing lunch.
as you head downstairs, you find that the meeting hall is no longer empty. There are several locals standing around and arguing amongst themselves. One of them, are you okay? Sorry, I don't know if you
Yes.
could hear that, but she is
Percy, are
like,
you okay? Percy?
There's
she's like
always one of
hacking up
those.
a hairball after eating just random nonsense.
I know the feeling.
This older man in his 60s is sort of arguing that damned noise from the mill is incessant. I can't sleep. Our daughter just had a baby and the noise is keeping him up all night long. Another a gnome woman says, but we need the lumber. We even now after the raid, there's still badly patched holes in the north wall where the goblins tore through it. We need as much help as we can get. And the man is just arguing back and forth and um a second or so later, this well dressed blonde man steps forward. Neighbors, friends, no, I understand your frustrations, but this is only a temporary measure until Sandpoint is fortified and against any future raids. And someone else in the crowd is future raids. Shalelu, is another raid coming? Is that why you're back? And Shalelu just freezes like a deer that just spotted a hunter on the stairs.
Such a new.
There's no guarantee there are going to be more raids, but given current day and whatnot and the situation, it's always best to be prepared and, be preemptive on some of these things.
Hemlock sort of pushes through the crowd of you and says, we have no evidence at the moment of any future raids. We're doing everything we can to make sure that Sandpoint is safe as possible. Scarnetti, you're causing a scene. He says to the blonde guy, and he says, I'm simply conversing with the good citizens of our town. They deserve to know if we're in danger. And someone from the back of the crowd yells, we're in just as much danger from your goon, Scarnetti. And he sort of like shoots him this just angry glare. And there are all of these whispers that break out in the crowd. Did you hear that Cougar Creek Mill burned down last week? And that's the third one now. It just whispers back and forth of gossiping, and it looks like things are escalating quite a bit. What do you guys want to do, if anything?
I will play a song to calm everyone down.
Okay,
There's the song of calming.
go ahead and roll performance.
Succeed.
Nice. Um, So you start playing a song on what instrument do you have?
I believe it is a.
Bongos.
It's a liar.
Yeah, I think it's a liar.
Mhm.
It's a little liar, just like me.
Playing a song that sort of distracts the crowd for a moment
Never
before
gonna give you up. Never gonna let you go.
before Mayor Devrin makes her way down the stairs and starts calming folks down. People start actually sitting down and having a conversation. Um, and you notice quickly that you very quickly lose sight of the blonde man, Scarnetti, who disappears in the crowd.
Hmm. Where'd the wiener boy go?
He ran off. This. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
Um,
You can say it. We're all friends here.
No, it's Snack saying that.
Oh.
This is why I should have done an accent.
Sorry. Sorry. Hang on.
She can pick up an accent.
Hang on. Rewind it. Sorry. Go ahead. You can say it. We're all friends here.
I was just gonna say basically the equivalent of he just ran out like a little bitch baby.
Oh yes, indeed. She's a bitch baby.
As you guys step out of the building, you see that same man step out of a dark corner and approaching you guys on the street.
Ugh.
Ah, BB, what up?
He sort of looks at you. I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting. I am Titus Scarnetti. I own the lumber and grain mills in town. And I assure you any rumors you've heard about me and my business ventures are utterly false, of course.
I heard you're upstanding people who always did good product and that had fair prices, so that's
Okay,
false.
well, that is absolutely true. My family has had some very, very lucky fortunes, and a lot of folks in town are envious of our success. But I would be happy to provide any lumber for that any of you may need to build a home here at a steep discount, of course, provided you stick around and continue to protect Sandpoint and
Mhm.
all of our investments here, of course.
Yes, of course. You were leaving, so you're gonna go away, so you don't need a house, right?
No.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
You plan on leaving?
Relatively soon. I was planning on, venturing out more. This is a very nice place, but I'm kind of like, a lone wolf.
Well, that's a shame. It's a shame to hear that, but we're glad to have you for as long as you stay. And my offer still stands. If you need any lumber for anything at all, you know where to find me.
Mm.
And he heads off down the road.
I was gonna ask him if he could build an outhouse that he could stick his head.
Make your own toilet so I can swirl you.
Yes.
You bully.
I don't like this guy.
What? He's an upstanding citizen.
Yeah, actually.
He just offered us the huge, steep discount on wood.
Yeah, but I don't believe that.
On wood.
On wood.
I don't believe that anything is free. Nothing is free. Everything comes with a price.
That's not entirely true. There's some free things in life.
If you're quick enough.
If you, the music of nature, Shree. You don't have to pay the birds or the bees or the deer or the bear.
Listen, I've been a lot of places. Nobody has ever offered me anything without wanting something in return. I'm not easily bought. I'm not easily persuaded to stick around where I'm not actually wanted.
Well, that's a shame.
I mean, how long do you give people? Like, do you just stay like a week and expect everyone to be like, "Woo, stay"? Or you like stay a couple months? I mean,
My good opinion, once lost, is lost forever.
Ooh, sick Pride and Prejudice reference.
that's very prideful of you.
Hold on, really?
Well, I'm not going to delve into whatever past you may have, but you are more than welcome if you don't want to stay in the hotel. As nice it is. I have a spare room. I do snore though. I will warn you. It is thick walls, but I do snore.
I've got a one-room flat. You're welcome to sleep on the floor near the fireplace.
Oh, like a
I think Banyan might enjoy that.
Benyon actually might.
I mean, I'll be honest. I sleep on a mat on the floor in the corner. Being a professional bard doesn't always pay well. It's a very inconsistent income stream.
I mean, I'd believe it. Look, he made a ukulele out of a watermelon. It's crazy.
That's amazing. I would like one of those. I know.
Poor Bastion's been alive for 300 years and can't afford it.
Can't afford a watermelon ukulele.
Can't afford the watermelon part. Those things are expensive.
He has made
So-
one out of a kiwi.
The group of you head to the Rusty Dragon, and as soon as Shillelagh walks in, the halfling bartender that you guys have seen 1,000 times before leaps up onto the stool by the window that leads into the kitchen and excitedly shouts for Amiko. She sort of peeks through the window with her face sort of scowling, seemingly expecting another fight with her father, and as soon as she sees Shalelu, she sprints out of the room and into the main room and wraps her in this huge bear hug with enough force that Shalelu sort of grunts in surprise. And she sort of pushes her back. So are you okay? Or how are you? Or she pushes her away and like starts pulling leaves and shit out of her hair. You're back sooner than we thought, or one of the guards told me that you arrived covered in blood. Are you okay? And Shalelu laughs and pushes her off. It's not my blood. I tangled with the Mosswood goblins last night. That's actually why I'm with these guys. We're gonna compare notes from the raid and see if we can piece together and figure out what the hell they're doing and understand what went down that night. Amiko is sort of, "Oh, all right, well, all right, let's get some warm food into you then. Do you guys want lunch? Yeah.
Certainly.
And leads you guys over to a nearby table before she disappears back into the kitchen.
You know, killing goblins really work up an appetite, you know? Like that one from earlier.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You feel the same, Errol?
Yeah. Always working up appetite. Oh. Or as I say often, never say no to food. You never know when your next meal is going to be, so you always eat when you can.
Fair.
That's yeah.
Good policy.
So, Shalelu turns to the rest of you. So, what stands out to you guys about the raid, if anything? Did you notice anything odd about the way they acted? Anything weird or interesting happen in town since then?
Well, there was the goblin that was underneath the house that attacked the kid.
That was like an hour ago.
Oh, there's the person who raided the crypt through used a magic item to create some of those skeleton things during the attack. That was unusual.
There was a wait, somebody raided a crypt
Yeah, didn't
during
they
the raid?
Yeah, they desecrated a tomb, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Was I there for that?
No.
Oh,
No.
I probably had a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, you're saying something about your hip not working too well or something like that? Like storm
Prostate,
coming?
hip, whatever.
So to recap for that one, you guys were asked by the town cleric to look into a one of the crypts that had been obviously broken into during the raid. You found goblin tracks all around it, as well as the tracks of a humanoid. Though it was hard to tell what kind other than just humanoid. And it appeared that, or you guys found that, as well as leaving behind a skeleton or two, the the individuals that broke in also apparently stole the former priest remains.
Yeah, I let Salelu know that. And yeah. Probably also let everyone else know that, like Hamlock and them too. I think I told them.
Yeah, you guys told Hemlock.
That's strange. Why would they steal remains?
Yeah, that's odd. That's goblins don't typically have much in the way of like funerary rites, and they certainly wouldn't care much for the remains of a priest from town.
I'm thinking somebody was using the goblin attack as cover or as an opportunity to do that. Something else. I mean, that's the only thing that logically makes sense if you think about it.
Mhm.
It seems kind of excessive. Who would have such a vendetta against a priest like that?
Little boys' moms. So yeah, but that's the question, because as far as we knew, Father not Xanthus,
Tobin.
Tobin, everyone liked him as far as we could tell, really. I mean, didn't have too many enemies or grudges, so maybe there's just some sick necromancer out there going, hey, I need the bones of a holy man to do some horrible ritual to raise the dead or something. I don't
Well,
know.
he did write that spirit guide, didn't he?
Tobin? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
it was an interesting enough read. Hmm. Did
Well.
we just learn that there was something else going on with the goblins being more organized and whatnot?
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, that would stand to reason. Whoever is organizing them came here for the bones of
I'm gonna
priest.
say evil, dark, necromantic priest of an evil god trying to create do a spell to raise some sort of undead demon, and he's using the goblins as their minions, and that's what's going on. Classic evil villain 239.
It seems like a bit of a jump based on the evidence, but I mean, it's got good bones.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They stole them.
Uh,
Oh, that's so disrespectful. He does not be praised.
So, did you have any questions about the goblins in the area, or?
I heard about one goblin that apparently at one point was trying to become the leader of the other goblins. I think his name was Grabbut. Do you hear any rumors about this Grabbut?
He was mercilessly killed years ago. Worst
Never.
name I ever came up with. God damn it, Kevin.
Never gonna let that name again.
Nope.
So him and the Dirty Toe Clan were eliminated.
Yes, though there are several other it's not unusual. So like most goblins tend to live like pretty short, violent lives, but um it's not uncommon for certain individuals among them to kind of achieve notoriety. Uh they're usually called goblin heroes amongst the goblin tribes. There's one the one in the Mosswood called Big Gugmut, unusually muscular and tall one. They say that he had a hobgoblin for a mother and a wild boar for a father. Um,
Ew,
yeah.
hobgoblin. Oof.
Baby.
There's Corvus, the champion of the Seven-Tooth tribe, known for his short temper and magic longsword that he keeps even though it's too big for him to wield properly. He vanished several months ago after he supposedly found a secret hideout in a cave along the cliffs. There's Rendwaddle Gutwad, the chieftain of the Bramstump goblins, who it said never leaves his throne.
I'm sorry, my ears aren't so good. What was that name again?
Yeah, goblins have interesting names. Rendwaddle Gutwad.
Okay, yeah.
It's better than my actual name.
What's your actual name? I thought it was Snacks.
Oh, Snacks.
No.
No, which one was Percy the first?
Are
Is he
you-
not junior? Percy's not a junior?
No.
Well,
Are you Galahad?
No, I am Arthur, of course. No, that's
wrong.
the
Wrong
wrong
game.
character.
I mean, you can trust us.
you can know us later too. Just so we're
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Well, I guess we'll just protect the town, but if, like, you want us to go and investigate one of these tribes and kill them, or maybe, do things to them, we could, I guess.
Well, attacking a full-on tribe is not a small endeavor. It's typically quite dangerous. Even with all my years of experience, I wouldn't just wander into a occupied goblin lair. I think for now it's probably best for you to protect the town as best you can. I'll look into this and we'll hopefully things will calm down and I'll learn a little bit more in a day or two. I'll be leaving probably this evening probably before dusk to get a head start. And I hate to say it, but we may need to take a break to change the baby.
Okay.
We got that.
Okay. So I was talking about some of the goblin heroes. Some of the other like prominent ones. There's Rip Nugget, the leader of the Thistletop goblins. He controls what all 5 of the tribes agree is the best lair of all of them.
He's got the sickest crib.
His
I
name is
mean,
Rip Nugget, and people had a problem with Grab Butt.
you know, I don't question where they come up with these names.
Yes. Okay.
The last and the one that I'm most familiar with is Bruce Asmus. He's a bugbear ranger. He often visits with the five tribes to trade things that he steals from caravans. He has a particular hatred for elves. I've tangled with him on several occasions, and neither of us have managed to get the other hand. But I won't be the first to fall in this war of ours. Eventually, I'll take him down, but
Can't stand people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and goblins.
Wait.
if you do run into him, be careful. He has a handful of enchanted arrows that are particularly painful to elves.
Hmm.
Must suck for you guys.
It only half sucks for her.
Yeah.
Well, it half sucks more than it does for me.
It's true.
Although, Narrow might put me down.
I mean, arrows are gonna suck one way or another. but-
Looks at hit
I may-
points.
I may give up at that point.
Took
Luckily,
an arrow to the knee.
Ugh, God,
No, another one.
I only have 2 of them.
Yeah, so and was there anything that you guys noticed during the raid that was different about the goblins or
There was one in charge or calling the shots with a little horn, something like that. Does that sound right? It's been-
Yeah. I think
Yes.
Percy might still have the horn. Percy, do you have
Yes.
it?
Your leader was a bit horny.
he just pulls out the dented dinged up horn?
I hate it when that happens.
She takes it. This looks like it's probably a war chanter. They're not common. You don't typically see them on small raids. They typically hold out for these sort of larger things. They're not leaders per se, more of hype men sort of thing.
Mm.
Um,
But still strange that they
but
would be on this size of raid.
well, the raid was quite large. More meaning if you were to run into a group of goblins on the road holding up travelers, they probably wouldn't have a war chanter with them.
Ah, yes.
They don't break the war. The war chanters stay with the tribe with the largest amount of goblins typically, unless well they're going to war, which apparently they thought they were. I would keep an eye out if you see another individual sort of with music instruments like this. Typically, if they bother to play an instrument, it means that they have some rudimentary healing magics, and
Hmm.
that can be annoying.
Yes, instruments can be annoying.
Sometimes.
Look over at Arrow.
I know what you're talking about.
No offense. I was, not to you. I meant just other shittier bards.
Like, have you ever heard a recorder? My God.
Recorders. People keep shitting on recorders. They're a great instrument. People just think they're a beginner one, but if you truly master the recorder, it can bring about such lovely music.
Also, don't get the toy ones.
Yeah, people always look down on 'em because it's one of the first instruments children learn, and it's like, well, yeah, of course they're going to sound like shit. A bunch of like 5-year-olds going, man, they don't know what the fuck music is.
People don't look down on drums or the tambourine or the triangle
Yeah, I
or
mean,
the guitar.
okay, the guitar, that's just pushing it. It's just keyboarders need to stay where they belong. They don't want
No,
the whole.
keyboard should be mobile.
They need to have some wheels, not trying to take those. It's like, oh look, the guitars and basses getting all the love, so I'm going to come up here. No, you're a keyboardist. You're never going to get any of the groupies.
I want my synthesizer on the go.
As you guys are having that conversation, the bartender Bethana comes out with your meals and asks Snacks, would you prefer to eat with the group or in your room again, or
I'll eat later.
Okay.
In my room.
Oh, he's eating in the rooms.
So
I mean, you're paying for it. You do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
you guys continue your meal. Is there anything that else you wanted to ask Shalelu or talk
She-
about amongst yourselves?
She was there for the farm burning down or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. Was there anything strange about that, or that was it just a random attack? Like they didn't, like this raid seemed to be a distraction to be stealing priest bones. Is there anything weird that might have stole from the farm that you noticed, or the
I mean,
farmers?
if they stole anything from that house, I don't know that anybody would have noticed, considering it's ash now. Everything that was in there. That family barely made it out with the clothes on their back, and that was about it. My estimate is it was just a bunch of goblins that were angry and pissed off, and they did raid the barn for supplies for various different food items before they torched the place. But it didn't seem to me anything more than typical goblin violence.
Oh,
I've, other than seeing a handful of them working together, which is uncommon, that's the most unusual thing I've seen. I've not seen anything regarding undead or stealing of bones or anything like that.
Well, I'm out of questions. You, Errol,
I'm pretty much out of them too.
Banyan? Oh no, we left Banyan in town hall.
No, he's off over at the Hagfish trying to get through that tank of water again.
Ugh.
Or she, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the most pleasant.
Hagfish, more like gagfish.
That's true.
Heyo. Ah! Sorry, I stepped on my shoulder funny.
Mm-hmm.
It happens at your age.
Yes.
So, as the day goes on, Snacks, you head up to your room to take your meal. And go ahead and give me a notice roll, please.
Oh shit. That's what is it again?
It's a D6 for the thing, and your notice is a D8.
Okay. A 7.
Oh, okay. You notice that as you're sort of pack or moving some of your things around, the one of the buckles off of your backpack is missing. And at first you're like, oh, it must have gotten torn off. But as you're like looking at it, it's not torn or cut or damaged in any way. It looks like it was deliberately slipped off.
I'm gonna look around the room again. I know I did that before, but I'm gonna do some like serious looking through everything.
Looking for bugs.
Yeah.
Looking around, you do notice that it's not the only thing that's missing. You're also missing the powder brush from your disguise kit and the small mirror from your thieves' tool set.
There's a freaking.
You're supposed to be the thief.
I know. Who's stealing from me? This is like. She says to Percy, she's like, this is some, like, just. Like, this is odd stuff. Why would they want. Are you taking it?
No.
How dare you blame me?
Percy sort of shrugs and then goes to the foot of the bed and pulls out a handful of random trinkets and things that he has filched, but none of which are yours. You don't know where he got most of them. There's like a small shoe that probably belonged to a baby, a couple of like copper pieces, a very cheaply made necklace like that has a freshwater pearl on it.
Oh,
Pocket that.
keeping the necklace. Okay, so none of your stuff is my stuff. So I'm gonna look at the doorknob again and see if it has been like, because
You did look at it before, and looking at it this time, there do seem to be some. It looks a little different. Like there are some fresh scratches on it. Like something's been scraping at it again. Based on the fact that these are fresh, you're guessing probably thieves' tools.
somebody's trying to either has a thing for knickknacks or is trying to get my attention. I'm gonna go consult with Errol and Bizarro if they're still downstairs.
Would you guys be downstairs?
Sure. I will attempt to play to get some coinage.
Go for it. Roll a performance.
Succeed.
All
Got a
right.
5. Yeah.
Ooh. Good night tonight. That is 3 gold.
Oh, I'm rolling it.
Yeah, the place is kind of packed tonight.
Oh, hey, snacks. Come down for snacks.
Actually, I haven't even eaten yet because I noticed some of my stuff is gone again.
Oh, more than your knife?
More than the knife, the buckle, some stuff from my thieves' tools. It's odd things, and I definitely noticed new scratches on the door knob.
Okay. I would also recommend not calling it thieves' tools, but like your locksmith set. Some people might have negative connotation. I'm just a friendly warning.
My secret stuff.
Like women stuff. What did? Never show us. Never mind. This. Sorry. I just.
No, that's my women's stuff.
Oh. I don't know what you women have.
I got special stuff.
Okay. Yeah, like a mirror, a buckle, and what else?
A powder
Brush.
brush.
A powder brush for my disguise kit. I mean, my secret
Makeup
stuff.
kit.
I think.
Disguise kit, makeup.
Okay. So I think someone is trying to utilize the items to create an effigy of you so that they can cast evil, profane magic through it to you.
Well, they wouldn't be the first.
I mean, we've all had that kind of person in the past, but
We've all been there, exes, and you know.
Oh yeah, X's.
Or they're trying to frame you. They're
From murder.
for goblin-y.
For villainy? No, for goblin-y.
Yeah, but being serious here, we probably need to look into that kind of stuff because I'm pretty sure that they're just trying to get my attention, not necessarily trying to make a
Get your attention versus making a statement.
Make an effigy of me.
yes is what I meant.
Oh,
The effigy.
okay. I mean, we can put a pin in that one. Do we want to ask the across the hall neighbor? He was supposed to be keeping an eye out.
That is true. Yes. I'm gonna go head back upstairs and go ask the across the hall neighbor. His name I totally remember.
Foxglove.
Foxglove.
Oh, it's Foxglove?
This other poison, I forgot.
You go up and knock on the door, and when you do, it sort of creaks open, and you see that the bed is made and the room appears empty.
asshole.
Dead on the floor. That's
It definitely looks sort of like an empty room, like he's checked out.
Oh my god. Well, he could have just told me
Hmm,
that he was gonna leave.
I mean,
maybe he's the one who stole your shit. That's why he left.
do you feel safe in the room?
If
I
not,
feel like I should move all of my stuff out of it.
you can take it to my place. There's plenty of garbage there that nobody will notice. You can take it to Zaro's place. You know, old people collect a lot of stuff. No one will notice.
I do have quite the collection of knickknacks.
And paddywhacks.
Only a few paddywhacks.
On a few.
Anything in a Bob's?
I got about 20.
Any frog bones?
I don't usually keep them after eating the legs.
I don't know, guys.
It's only temporary, so
Yeah,
if that makes you feel better.
It's not a commitment. We'll sign a lease. Make it, impersonal and business.
Bedroom?
Yeah,
You got another
Was the
bedroom.
door
Damn.
lock?
yeah. Oh, my door's locked.
Okay.
I
don't
do
know
have to
if
warn
you
you,
can
sometimes
hear it.
getting locked in the bathroom is kind of scary.
But she has the hiccups.
Oh.
You can kind of see her jiggling every now and then.
Yeah, her hiccups sound like little like bubble pops, just like
Yeah, basically. So, what are you guys doing?
I'll go get all of my stuff, my like 2 bags of stuff, and I guess go to Zaro's house.
We'll say as you guys are heading to Zoro's place, the sun is starting to set. The not quite full moon, but getting there. Moon is starting to rise over the ocean. Can you not try and knock me out?
The answer is no.
And you you make your way to Zaro's place to drop off your things. Are you just leaving your stuff there, or are you staying there as well?
Well, the door can lock, so I guess I'm staying here.
Yep, you're more than welcome. I have a couch if you know, I know you have an apartment, Errol, but you know, if ever wanted to crash, etc., etc.
Oh, like a sleepover.
Yes, like a sleepover.
Mm.
I have a fireplace for Banyan.
Mm.
I'm sure they like cooking things over the fire.
Got a lot of loose strings in my place for the band you can play with.
Racist.
Few mice, few rats.
Oh yeah, but there's a couple mouse problem in my place. It's not a very fancy place. Like I look amazing myself, but like I said, Bardic money is very inconsistent.
But that evening,
Don't look.
Sorry, I was.
I should have checked on my phone.
I was concerned with my own things. Thank you.
Okay.
you guys rest for the evening. Nothing happens during the evening. It's relatively calm, quiet night. Though very early the next morning, barely after the crack of dawn, let's see. Did all of you, Errol, did you go to your home or did you stay there as well?
I went to mine.
Zero, there is a frantic knock on your door.
Oh, right. Coming. Whoops. Put on the robe. I have guests.
Good to know
yeah.
Zero sleeps in the nude.
Listen, I get a little warm. Yeah, hello, yes.
Mr. Zero? It's Bethana Corwin, the bartender from the Rusty Dragon.
Open the door.
You see the elderly halfling woman there. She's sort of like nervously twisting her apron.
Yes, what can I do for you, my dear?
I was hoping to talk to you and your companions, if you don't mind. It's kind of urgent. I checked in her room, but Miss Snacks didn't seem to come back to the tavern last night, so I'm a little concerned.
She is safe. She's still in town. But yes, we can. Do you want to meet now? A little bit later? Like, do you want to come in?
Yeah, I'll come in. Should we go get the others or?
We can deal with that in just a second. You just sit down. Come in. I'll make you
Okay.
some tea and I'll put on some pants.
Snacks, you definitely hear voices from the other room, and you recognize Bethana's voice. You've heard it enough.
I look out the door with like crazy bedhead, and Percy is at my feet, and he's like holding like a sock. He's like walking out.
She just sort of looks between the two of you.
Madam, I'm older than her grandfather. I don't have that kind of energy or time anymore.
Rejuvenate.
She felt unsafe in her room, because things kept going missing. But story for later. I need you to go with the others.
Okay. Shake my head for the, and like, come on, Percy.
Percy throws a sock over his back and it clangs. You can definitely tell that there are
Did
random
he steal my fucking jingle bells?
there are random things stuffed into that sock. It looks like it's
I
his
was
little
saving those for Christmas.
he
I
made
went to
himself a
chuck them
hobo
in the
sack out of a
house.
sock.
Wait, did he come with the sock? Did he steal my sock?
Just don't worry about it. I'll go get Banyan and Airly.
That's alright. I don't really give a shit about this stuff anyway. Came stock with the house.
I look at Percy. I'm like, if it's anything valuable, put it in my pockets. Let's go.
Steal a picture frame. It's the one thing they can't replace.
I go get Airly and Banyan.
So
Yeah. So you show up at Errol's place.
Say, let's go.
all right, where are we going?
We're going back to Zara's house. There's a lady there. She wants to see you. She's beautiful. Beautiful woman. Like, just dressed up to the nines. She really is the biggest fan of yours and wants to meet you.
What's her name?
Matilda.
Oh, it's not the shopkeeper's daughter. Okay. I mean, I don't know why you just didn't tell her to come over here, but okay. I mean, let's go. Bit weird.
We go get Banyan. I say exactly the same thing. Look, let's go.
This woman, she has all the strings and jiggly keys for you.
Jesus.
She knows a spell to produce this red little light.
That's called Fireball. While you're waiting for them, Zara, you see that Bethana pulls out a folded piece of paper from a pocket and is sort of like turning it over and refolding it and messing with it and just very nervous.
What kind of tea would you like?
Anything really. I'm not picky. I prefer honey with it.
Can do. Just make something. What's a good calming tea?
Chamomile.
That with honey.
Chai.
I make an espresso.
Make tea. A few minutes later, the rest of you arrive at Zaru's and see the elderly halfling bartender sitting at the table drinking tea with him. No other woman.
Okay.
Errol, I don't judge.
Arrow Lee will remember this.
What's going on here? This isn't another intervention, is it?
No, I
Not for you.
Okay, I have not been on a special leaf in like months.
no, I need your help. Amiko is missing.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Why are you beating around the bush and telling me about like some
I
sort of
didn't
groupie?
know. She didn't say anything.
I wanted to wait until you were all together because I'm concerned for her safety. Normally she'd have breakfast started before I'd arrived and well
It's all right, Banyan. We know Miko's our favorite.
I
Do you need to take a quick
I-
break?
I like knocked on her door and I didn't get an answer and normally I wouldn't think anything of it, but I waited for a while and eventually
So how long has it been since you noticed she's missing?
well, the last time I saw her was last night before we locked up for the evening.
Woman, why are you waiting for us all to gather and tell us stuff? Every moment is a moment where something bad can happen. Ah, all right. Omiko's missing. Let's try to find her. What are some places she likes to hang out at?
Well, I think I know where she went.
right, where'd she go?
I found this on the floor by her bed. It's a note from Suto, her older brother. It's written in Minkinian. I can't read it, but I recognize his name.
Like, who can read such a foreign, obscure language?
I can. I have the paper.
Hang on a second.
Like, what a coincidence. A language that will need to further the plot, and you know it.
I know, it's crazy.
So crazy. Just
So
my work.
crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Just crazy.
You drive me crazy.
Not now, Brittany. Not now. I'm sorry. It's the neighbor's rooster.
Ah.
Every day they threaten her with a spear.
Sorry, we may have to pause for a second.
Okay. I can't believe Snacks did that. Jeez, we should have recorded that.
Yeah, so Bethana just handed Snacks the note from Amiko's brother to Suto that is written in a language that none of the rest of you can read, and only she can.
I will read it out loud. Sorry. Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands because we've got something of a problem.
Could you read it in common, please?
Yeah, sorry, I'll start over.
Thank you.
Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with father. Seems that he might have had something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins, and I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd weasel his way out of it. You got some pull here in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glass Works at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how to make sure he faces the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, and then 3 times more, and then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you'd know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honor at all around these parts. I still don't understand how you can stand to stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well, ones I'd rather talk to you about in person tonight. Don't be late. Yeah, he does use periods, I just couldn't see them.
Yeah, the font is kind of meh.
That's good. There's not a run sentence.
That handout is also on the roll 20,
Oh.
which I'm the only person.
Have that open.
I forgot we were supposed to have that open too.
Thankfully, we'd had no combat yet.
Where's the Glassworks?
Well, if you look at the map on roll 20 or behind me, I think it is
Sorry, forgot.
this.
Yeah.
That building right there.
Why is it giving me that one?
I'm pretty sure it's that one. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta sign
Yeah, 20. So
Why is the
Yep.
map oriented the wrong way?
it is that one. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but then as I I know that Asudo and Amiko had a bit of a falling out years ago, right around when their mom died. Um, but
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just concerned. It's unlike her to vanish like this for at least it's probably been like 5 or 6 hours now.
Well, it seems to be about family, and that might be cause for some urgency.
Wait.
Should we intervene?
It's midnight tonight or last night?
It was last night.
Okay.
She was
Yeah.
gone this morning.
No, we need to intervene because she is missing. It has been too long. She hasn't reported back, and she's the owner of the inn. And if something happens to her, someone else, like maybe her dad, would take over and charge us more money for our stuff there.
Also, something about her father doing the goblins raid thing.
Yeah, it might be it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't see the Jinko got bothering with goblins. The guy is an arrogant SOB who thinks even humans are beneath notice. But hey,
So-
let's go investigate.
So do you think that this was, I mean, I haven't been around for very long, so would you think her brother is tricking her?
I'd say there's a little deception there, but I just don't know what the reasoning for it yet, other than the fact that whole family is a clusterfuck. If I recall correctly, Saduku, whatever.
Bunjiku.
No, the son,
Oh, pseudo.
pseudo, pseudo password. So, if I'm not mistaken, he is a half elf. But his sister's full human, the dad's full human, the mom was full human. So you do the math.
But then,
Yes,
Linjiku was furious for months. It was the talk of the town for ages.
Huge cuck.
Atsui, his wife, never revealed who the father was, and honestly, it's probably more of a testament to Linjiku's stubbornness than loyalty or love that they actually were married.
Anyway, we should probably go check on her.
And before
if
you
she's
ask,
okay.
yes, I'm technically old enough, but no, I'm pretty sure I'm not the father.
You're pretty sure?
You know, when you get like really smashed sometimes and there's a party with people, you wake up and you don't know what you did the night before.
Or who?
Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure because I did get a special ointment from Murray that made sure that that stuff doesn't happen when I'm,
From Mari.
yeah, from Murray. Very sure.
So,
Yeah.
I will say with you guys making your way, where are you heading? Are you
Let's go to Glassworks. That's where they were supposed to meet up.
Yeah.
I can also get a
Um,
new vase. My vase broke the other day.
on your way with you guys on your way to the Glassworks? We will end there for the night.
Come on, Binion.
So rude. Like, oh, you have to show up next time just so you can claw their eyes out because they're all assholes. Yeah, so we'll pick up there next time. I'm excited. In the meantime, check out the rest of our channel. We have a bunch of other games and streams and things. And we have all of the rest of the stuff that we do are in the links in the doobly-doo, and also don't forget to check out Sirenscape. They're super cool, and a link to them will be in the description.
That's good. Don't think we have any other major announcements. Do either of you have anything?
Nope.
No? Okay. Yeah, just stay tuned and keep watching our stuff. It's amazing. It's awesome. Most of it
Yeah. And we will see you guys next time.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Bye.
Right.